you're now trying to live a life that you can't afford. You're stressed, you're depressed because of trying to impress your neighbor, and now you're teaching your child that is that how life should be. Hello there, my friends. How are you? Paris Boothia here. Welcome. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you have subscribed, thank you for your support, and thank you for writing to me. Thank you for these questions. Thank you for this suggestion. I don't take it for granted. God bless you. So our topic today is something I like to say, real life. It's just discussing real life. You know, life happens when we are busy making other plans. And so I ask you to be writing to me and ask me a question either about real life, or we talk about real life, or just ask Paris about life, relationship, skin, whatever it is. You just write, ask, give me suggestion, give me your answers, give me your ideas, and we get to discuss these things. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'll be talking about real life issues that you have all written to me, either because you're disturbed about them, or either because you love them or you hate them. Yeah, so let's go. So there you go. You wrote to me and you said to me, Paris, is it spoiling a child when you give them everything they ask for? Is it spoiling a child? Then I had to write to you and ask you, how old is the child? Because, you know, are we talking of a 2-year-old? Are we talking of a 3-year-old? Are we talking of 10-year-old? Are we talking of a 15-year-old? Or are we talking of a 20-year-old? Are we talking of a 30-year-old child? Because, you know, you never cease to be a child to your parents. Even when you're 60, your parent can still write to me and say, is it spoiling my child when I give them everything they ask for and they're now 60? So you see, I needed to differentiate and know what child are we talking about, what age is this that we are talking about here. So you then wrote to me and said it's a child between the age of 16 and 30. As a parent, what is the limit that you should give to that child? Now, again, I want to start by saying I'm not an expert on this. I just share my truth and what I think you should be doing, because that's what I would do. Now, it depends with what are we giving this child. Now, if it's a 16-year-old and one of you wrote to me and said, I just bought my 16-year-old a new car, do you think that is appropriate? Am I spoiling this child? Am I introducing them to a life maybe they won't be able to afford later in life? Or is it okay? Now, to answer you, I think if you can afford it and you think your child should be driving a new car at the age of 16 and God has blessed you, why not? So long as the child is responsible, they know to be responsible when they're driving that car, and they're not gonna go killing themselves and killing their friend, I think there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're just giving them this gift at 16 just to show off to your neighbor or to compete with your friends who now their child turned 16 and God bless them, they are millionaire or billionaire, they can afford to give the child a car, and now you who is working 3 jobs, you trying so hard to impress and to compete with the Jones, and now you went ahead and bought your child a car at 16, then that's wrong. Do you see what I mean? That's wrong, because you're now trying to live a life that you can't afford. You're stressed, you're depressed because of trying to impress your neighbor, and now you're teaching your child that is that how life should be, that's how they should live their life. They shouldn't live their life, they should actually live their neighbor's life, because that's living your neighbor's life, believe it or not. So that's my 2 cents. That's what I think about that. Now let's now flip the coin and go to this child who is not 16, but now this is a 25 or 30-year-old who still lives with you. Now for that child, now it depends again, why are we giving them a car? Is it because they've done beyond what we expected them to? They've been these good kids, they've done everything they're supposed to do, and now they're stuck. They, for example, a kid have graduated and they did very well and they've gotten a job, and now they do not have a car to go to work, and now you can afford as a parent to buy them a car to go to work. I don't see anything wrong with that if you feel like blessing them as a parent. I don't think that's wrong, because really it's your child, and really ideally as a parent you do not want to see your child suffer, so you do whatever you can to make sure that your child is provided for, even at that age if God has blessed you. However, if you're just doing it because you feel like you need to impress your kid, because trust me, there is parents who live their life for their children. They do anything and everything to impress their children, and they will even go on debt. Literally, they are on debt. They are like swimming in debt just to try and impress a child. Now, if you're that parent, stop it. Stop going on debt just so you can impress your child. It's wrong. Bottom line is, this is my 2 cents. It don't matter how old the kid is. Whatever gift, I just spoke about car because whoever wrote to me was asking me about this. So, but whether it's a house, whether it's a car, whether it's a bicycle, whether it's a dress, whether it's just a wallet, whether it's just a pair of shoes, as a parent, you should give because you want to give and because you can afford it. You shouldn't give because you feel guilty and your kids are making you feel that for you to show love, you must give to them. Now, that is wrong. If you're only giving to prove to your child that you love them, that's wrong. Because to be quite honest, the day then you will not be able to give, what then? Does that mean you don't love them anymore? Does that mean now they have to just withdraw from your life because my parents don't love me anymore? See what I mean? That is what, to me, I think that's wrong. If you're giving just for the sake of the kid to have approval of your child, it is very wrong and you should stop it. So yeah, as I was saying, if you're gonna give a gift, give it from your heart. Do not give a gift as a parent to manipulate, because we have these parents who will manipulate the situation. They know that their kids need a certain thing and they're desperate for it, and so they will manipulate that situation, and so the gift is no longer a gift, it's almost like a curse, if I may put it that way. So, to answer you honestly who wrote to me, if you will give to your child, give it, but give it full-heartedly. Give it because you love your child. Give it because you think it will make your child life better. But don't give it so that you can compete with your neighbor. Don't give it so that you can look good to your child. Don't give it just so you can be the parent of the year. No, give it because your heart is in the right place. That's my 2 cents. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do so. I love you. God bless you.